This is my wife's 2002 BMW 325 Touring. Today we're going to go over a full overview of this car and what we've done to it. Starting out with the exterior. M3 replica front bumper with a cool, there's not even a name for this lip that I know of. We just got the lip off of eBay, I do believe. It was a $100 lip. Bumper was 150 bucks off of carparts.com. Kidney grills, eBay find. We got these really cool badges here. Really cool badges. These came off of Etsy, actually, from somebody in the UK that makes these badges. We got it on the trunk and the steering wheel. Black side marker. We also have the cool angel eyes from the Angel Eye guy. These are super fun and you can go all sorts of colors with them. They automatically shut off after like a minute, so those are pretty cool. So these are some BMW M3 competition replica wheels. I don't know the specs right offhand, but that's what they are. Then we got some eBay lugs in purple to go with the purple accents. As you can see, we got the purple in the logo, got the purple lug nuts. We went with these aftermarket tails. Got these off of eBay. These were a great find. These were hard to find. Wanted these in clear, but smoked was fine. Exterior trim, we just wrapped that. Got some wrap off Amazon and did the wrap there. I tried doing window tint. As you can see, there's bubbles in it. Really did try. Took this one off, haven't actually done it, but we had this going on right here. Really bad in the other one, like it was spiderwebbed out pretty bad. Now let's go over the brake setup. So the front is where it's a lot of fun. So if you look, that's a pretty sizable brake. These calipers came off of a E90 series car, and then we ended up using M3, I do believe GTR or competition rotors. I don't remember. They're pretty expensive. They're $300 a side. What you can end up doing is you can end up using the M3 Z4 brake rotors. They're like, I think almost $100 cheaper per side, and they're the same exact thing. In order to keep this rotor on here, what we ended up doing was using an M3 brake retaining bolt for the rotor. Your factory E46 one won't work there. Now for the interior. Not a whole lot of craziness going on in here. So this does need all vacuumed out. So the sport steering wheel, which is factory, because this car did come with the sport interior. Sport seats that have been reupholstered. I'll show you these. They have the purple stitch in them, as you can see. The purple stitch. This right here, this fabric is called chino. I forget what this fabric was called. We're not big leather fans. Huge win there. Those really cool sport seats. Got the center console in this same fabric here, which is just so cool. Really like that. A lot of just cheapo mods. So we got that guy there. I painted up all the trim in the car. The paint is Berry Blast by Tropical Glitz. So that was a lot of fun to do. Here's another shot of that logo. Got a weighted Billet Works shift knob in purple. It's not the exact purple. As you could tell, there's minor differences. Pretty close, and we really like it. We got that EONON, I think that's how you pronounce it. I don't actually know. EONON screen. Some people don't actually like those. We really do. Factory head unit actually was messed up, so it actually sounded like the car had blown speakers. We threw this unit in, and it has really good speakers, which it has the factory Harman Kardon speakers in there. Purple Footwell lighting is superb. Check that out. You can't argue with that. Rag for checking oil. You always need to do that with a BMW, that I've learned. Well, that's basically, I mean, really it for the interior. Let's give you another shot. Like I said, it doesn't need vacuumed in here. It's dirty. Another shot of that purple stitch. Yeah, see, we also had a little accident last night. We went to Dairy Queen and somebody spilt some ice cream on the seat. So, oops. But like I said, needs cleaned. But here's all that. Oh, another thing I almost forgot. The relocation bracket got it off eBay for the HVAC here. As for the back, we just ordered a purple blanket off of Amazon because this seat's always down and the rear seat has not been reupholstered. It's still the factory leather, but it's because the seat's always going to lay down. We used the actual back of the car. Again, that purple trim, so sick. And the reason for the reupholster on the seats was because the factory leather was super bad. So it split here and separated really bad. It split here really bad. It was split down here. It was split here, and it was split here, which this used to have seams in it here. But our upholstery guy said it would have looked really weird going through the diamond stitch. So he decided to just leave it alone. And I actually really like how it turned out. Oh, I forgot. We did through shift boots. If you look real closely, there's the M stripes, quote unquote, white, gray, and purple, along with the e-brake boot here. Haven't done a handle, haven't decided what we wanted. 5-speed swapped. This was originally an auto car, 4-wire connector for the clutch switch. This car had, so it had a pre-facelift clutch pedal in it, and so it had the sensor up here and the sensor down here, but it just had the mount. So it didn't actually have the sensors. So if you click the clutch, it didn't do anything. So the master cylinder on a facelift actually has a magnet inside of the master cylinder that when you press the clutch, it can actually, through the sensor, sense that. And so because of the magnet, I had to actually order the pre-facelift master cylinder to actually make it work, and then wire up the toolies so that everything would actually work properly. And I did have to buy the sensor because there was no, like I said, I finished the manual swap. I don't know if I said it in this video, but I've said it before. I finished the manual swap. So I did the coating, I did the clutch switch wiring, I did the reverse lights wiring. That was what was needed to actually finish it out. It started without a clutch. I didn't have rev hang, but I had the cog on the dash, and I wanted the light to go away because we had the cog showing park, and then we also had, so we had the cog that showed park, we also had the check engine light, and I don't like dashes with lights, so I went on the quest to make this BMW a lightless dash. And the only problem we currently have with this car is where the motor, the washer motor actually sits into the washer bottle, is leaking. I've put in 2 motors, one was out of a parts car, and 2 O-rings, and it still leaks. So there's either micro cracking going on at the bottom of the bottle that's causing it to leak out, or something, maybe where the motor goes down in, it got wallowed. I'm not totally for sure. I'm thinking I might just end up taking some silicone, scratching around right there, and then setting it in be an option, so we might do that. We did some pedals. These were an Etsy find. The pedals all here were bare, and the metal was actually getting wore out. So the previous owner just drove it bare pedals, no padding. Threw in these pedals. We absolutely love them. They were such a great buy. We really, really, really enjoyed that. A lot of cosmetic mods, but cosmetic mods are what you see, what you look at. Those are what are fun. All right, now for the under the hood. All right, for the power plant. This is an M54B25 stock. It has EGR delete, and the secondary air pump has been deleted. That is it. This is pretty stock. It doesn't, I haven't even put the headers in, as you can see. So I'm gonna clog the cats, but I figured I could clog the cats and then do the headers because of that. Factory air box. I don't like warm air intakes, so we left that alone. We have some Bevinsee dress-up parts here, right here, and here. We went with that silver because it's really, I mean, this is really clean, and it goes with like the purple and the alloy vibe. We also have, this is a DS Works strut bar. We were really excited to get this. Well, more so my wife. She was very, very excited to get this. M56 valve cover, painted purple. This came off, this is a factory valve cover to, well, an M56, which came in the E46. They came as 2.5s. It's the emissions version, but this was to delete the CCV that is underneath the intake manifold here. The CCV actually is inside here, and here's the valve for it. This is a new valve. A VANOS rebuild here, new upgraded VANOS line. This did come from Bevinsee as well. As you can see, we also have new water pump. So much has been done to like maintain the car because we've been undoing all the stuff that somebody else had done to the car. I mean, everything accessory-wise on the front is brand new. Everything underneath the intake is brand new. Like if coolant was in it, it's been replaced. Oh yeah, we did the silicone, I forgot. We did silicone lines, upper and lower rad lines. Those are a lot of fun. Remember, it's a B25. Like it's slow. They're 185 horsepower. I'm gonna say something controversial here, and we don't care. I care. I would like a B30 with an M50 intake manifold. We do plan to do that, and when we do that, it'll make it like a good driver. It'll be able to pass when it needs to pass, because 185 horsepower, you actually have to make the car work to pass, and that's never fun. That's what we got here underneath the hood. You know, more of that purple stuff to make it match. Just looks really cool. As for suspension, so I haven't actually, I've seen no markings on here aside from this just the red color, and I'm sure you can see it through the wheels. Yep. So there's no markings on it. With this red color and the way it rides, I'm assuming it's either max speeding rods or Godspeed or something along those lines of coilovers. My wife doesn't care. I do, but her other E46, it runs BCs, and we really like the BCs, so I would like to get the BCs. Problem is, I love to surf Marketplace. I absolutely want to find an E46 that has BCs on it that's been wrecked or something along those lines for her, so we can just get the BCs and get a good deal on another car. Here's under the bay. Everything needs a wash. There's a couple leaves and whatnot. It needs a good rinse. Another question you guys might have is why isn't the engine, why no turbo? Why none of that? Why no power adders? Well, we went back and forth, and so I like to do things right. I really, really do. My wife likes things to run properly, so we both agreed we were going to start putting together a kit properly. No eBay kits or anything like that. And it looked like it was going to be $5 to $6 grand to actually put together a nice kit, and that seemed a little steep. We were looking at pulsar turbos, couple manifolds. We want a bottom mount one too to retain AC, of course. My wife also really likes the M57 a lot. That is like her favorite because she has the X5 with the M57. Those two turbos like to spool almost the whole time the dang thing runs, and she just loves it. And so she would like me to put an M57 in the car. In this car, she would just love that, or possibly another wagon. She'd also like me to build an M3 tribute car out of a wagon. As you can see, my wife is a slave driver. We're gonna have all these wagons because she's gonna need the diesel ones, she's gonna need an M3. Dang lady, this is why we started a YouTube channel, is because my wife is obsessed with BMWs. I like Mercedes. I'm gonna be the BMW guy when I'm the Merc guy. It's wrong. Anywho, I think that's basically it when it comes to this car. There's not a whole lot left. You've seen the whole car, got a good once over of it. Drop a comment about what you think about the car, maybe some power plants, maybe some turbo options. If you've turboed an E46, give your insight down below. I haven't actually had to turbo a car before. I've just dealt with turboed already and supercharged vehicles. So this would be a first naturally aspirated, but I've heard these do pretty well on like 8 to 10 PSI stock, which is not terrible. Another thing is I've also heard if they run E85, they can run like 19 pounds of boost before the head starts lifting, which is insane to me. I would never do that. Like I said, if you guys have any insight into doing this prior, just drop a comment. I would be interested. I love new information. Well, and I come to find out the E46 community is pretty cool. You guys are all super helpful to each other. At least the E46 community. The X5 community that my wife's in. Just making sure she can't see me. That's a cult. You guys are in a cult, okay? You guys are all in a cult. Anyways, like I said, drop a comment. If you liked the video, hit the like button. If you want to stick around for more content like this, hit that subscribe button and hit the bell so that you know when I upload. And then you can come and hang out with me some more. We got more BMW content on the horizon, so make sure to join, okay? I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.